Have you ready to tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ready, it's ready.
Cool.
The story of Mice and Men is set in the late 1920s during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl, causing millions of farm workers to travel between farms to earn money and keep moving because you can only work there for 1 month, get your $50, and then go back up the same cycle again. So I'm going to start by talking about George's dream. George's dreams of owning a ranch with Lenny, where nobody could sack him and where they live off the federal land, similar to most American itinerant workers. Now, he shares the dream with Lenny. Lenny is primarily motivated by this dream because that's what keeps it going. He's a bit of a child. But George sees it in more like of a practical way, as in he would not have to like watch over Lenny and take care of his mistakes because he would have the ranch of his own. When Lenny writes Curly's wife's neck by accident, George realizes his dream will not come true, so he confesses to Candy. And then, I think I know it from the very first, I think I know you'll never do her. That crushes Candy and George, obviously, because that was what he kept doing. Like, he thought he was going to get the dream, he had the money and everything, and then this accident, like, crushed everything. So George has to give up on his dream, and he tries to save Lenny, but he realizes he can only like save him by sparing him pain with a quick death. So I had this idea that George kind of shoots his own dream, because when he shoots Lenny, he asks him to imagine the ranch and the river. So he looks away and then he shivers, he tries to shoot him again. But once he's done shooting him, he throws the gun and he throws it next to a pile of old ashes. Now I find that you can actually analyze this because a pile of old ashes is like souvenirs or memories of a fire. Fire might have been the dream, that the dream is over, so it's a fire. Like the ashes are gone. And he threw it from him, so it's like he throws his own dream. Right, and then this would also explain the end of the book, where the last line is, now what the hell are you supposed to do with them two guys? That is, I believe Carlson says it, when Slim offers a drink to George, because he gets, like, George is depressed because he just shot him. That's how the dream affects George. I'll pass it on to David now.
Lenny's dream is to have a ranch of their own with George and their own land where he tends rabbits. His dream has a positive effect on him, and he regards it with lots of optimism as he truly believes it's going to happen. This is proved by the fact that he regularly insists that George describes what their future on the ranch is going to be. And here's a quote. Lenny spoke craftily. Tell me, like you done before. Tell you what? About the rabbits. Lenny pleaded. Come on, George, tell me. Please, George, like you done before. Lenny is very scared of losing his dream, as he constantly panics when he accidentally makes a mistake. When he crushes Curly's hand and thinks George will blame it on him, he won't let him tend the rabbits. At the end of section 5, Lenny kills a pup while playing with it. He realizes that he has done a bad thing and would be in trouble, so he hysterically panics and starts crying that George won't let him tend rabbits. He bent the pup's head up and looked at its face, and he said, "But now maybe George ain't gonna let you tend no rabbits if he finds out you got killed." When Lenny accidentally kills Curly's wife, he realizes what he has done and falls in despair. He loses hope of his dream and runs away to the bushes as he was previously instructed by George. He whispered in fright, "I done a bad thing. I done another bad thing." For the first time, Lenny became conscious of the outside. "I done a real bad thing." George was mad. So here, he for the first time realized the surrounding environment and realized what he has done.
Curly's wife's dream. Curly's wife dreamed of becoming big wife wanted to be in the pictures, more specifically, an actress. She's given up on her dream now, but she still looks back at it, reminiscing. It seems to give her comfort, but it also frustrates her. I tell you, I ain't used to living like this. I could have made something of myself. This is when Curly's wife says that she could have been an actress or something more, before she was married to Curly, of course, and she had to live on the ranch. Becoming big in Hollywood seemed ideal to her. But now, as she refers to this in the past, we can tell a lot about how she feels about her dream. When she says, I could have made something of myself, she seems frustrated with how she hadn't. Maybe I will yet, which seem to be promising words of hope for her dream. Come there when I was a kid. Well, a show come through and I met one of the actors. He says I could have gone with the show, but my old lady wouldn't let me. She says because I was only 15, but the guy says I could. If I went, I wouldn't be living like this he used me. This makes her dream quite clear. She was naive to believe the man, but still she wanted to aspire to become an actress. She uses her mother as an excuse rather than blaming her for her unaccomplished dreams. This seems to affect her in a negative way and continues to use past tense words describing a dream she once pursued, but no longer. In conclusion, her dream is clear, but how it affects her varies. It's mostly negative as she hasn't accomplished, nor does she seek to accomplish it anymore. The barn and dreams. All characters presented with a dream come through the barn. The majority of the dreams come through to an end here. Curly's wife dies with her dream in the barn, freeing her from all the frustration and regret she felt in it.
Candy and George, as well as Lenny, all lose their dream as it dies a bit when they go in the barn because Lenny's wife is killed. George and Candy realize their dream is not going to accomplish itself, and Lenny panics and runs away to the bush.
Lenny loses hope in his dream as he becomes conscious of the bad thing he had done. He thinks George won't let him tend rabbits, but his thoughts alternate and he faces contradicting feelings throughout the last chapter.
The picture of the barn is quite ironic for George, Lenny, and Candy, because when you have a ranch, you also have a barn. It's to store food for the animals. So in a way, it's a bit like their dream. It was like their store of food to keep going. It's quite ironic because it kind of relates to their dream. Thank you for listening.